Another float into the middle of the back row. Set outside. Sybil swings, and Sybil isn't going to get it over. He's going to dance along the tape and down onto the Raiders' side.
I think it's important. Mr. Jacob Urish, number 21, setting for the Purple Raiders. He's actually not the traditional setter for them, and they're kind of figuring out the rhythm with him with these first couple points.
And blocked back there. Barbado with a nice block, nice little tip block at the tape to get a kill. Yeah, you mentioned it. Urish there, he's the backup setter here. Layton's out with an injury, and that could be huge for the Purple Raiders tonight. Set outside, Sybil swings and blocked back, and that's going to be a hitting error for Sybil. 12-5, Geneva leading here early. Purple Raiders are starting to let this set slip away.
Dan Soundson up for the serve again.
Dug up by Turnett, set middle, and a big swing by Matonis into the back row for a kill to get the Raiders back on the offensive.
I actually believe that Matonis is leading the conference in kills as well.
I can check that as I have them here, yes. In hitting percentage.
Yeah.
First in the hitting percentage with 449. That's 33 points ahead of second place. Strong serve, dances on the tape, gets over, set middle, a big swing dug up by Grenier.
Looks like he can get to it quite that fast. Service line back to Geneva.
That was a quick whistle there, so one of the blockers could have been in the net there. It's one of the disadvantages of being up at this.
We can't hear the calls for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to see, particularly because you're behind the net. But a big swing and a big kill there.
Went
the Raiders strike right back.
Right off of him. Back at the service line, we have Justin Sybil, Purple Raiders' only senior on the team.
Sybil, a strong serve, but it's going to go just outside, out the back of the back row. 14-7 Geneva leads here as we get into the middle of the first set. Curtis Thomas back for the Tornadoes. A float serve, dug by Grenier, set up, a big swing, and Turnett's going to get blocked right back in his face. Make that 15-7 Geneva. Low float serve there. It's not even going to clear the tape. Purple Raiders catch a break there and draw a little bit closer. And heading back to the line, number 11, Jimmy Entz will be serving now for the Raiders. Entz a float serve. Dug up. Hit opposite. Blocked back by Cross. Opposite again. Big swing.
Right outside Burns.
Yeah, big swing right outside the block and landing at the foot of Sybil.
Matonis back in.
Barbado back to serve. Barbado a strong jump serve. Dug up back over the net. Geneva outside hit. Kept alive. Runs with a big swing off the block. Tornadoes get a dig though. Big swing. Cross gets the block, but he won't get it over. And the Raiders are going to fall behind 17-8.
We have to consider probably 4 of those points that they have on them, if not more, are service errors from the Purple Raiders.
Barbado just sends a laser into the back row to make it 18-8 and push the lead to double digits for the Tornadoes. That's a valid point. The Purple Raiders have had an off night at the service line. A lot of errors early on here, and that's definitely helped to dig them into this hole. But man, what do you think is the biggest key here so far?
I think genuinely it's just getting that connection. They are really struggling. They have lost their starting setter, Jeremy Layden. He's out on injury, and so they're dancing between Jacob Urish and Caleb Dawson, and they're trying to get that chemistry, and it's very difficult for them. I think that Geneva is just, they know what the Raiders are going to do. They're blocking all their kills, and they're on top of it. They know what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the Purple Raiders, I think the big key here, they just got to slow down. Obviously, they got to develop some sort of chemistry here over the course in the set, which is hard to do because usually that's something you develop in practice and all the games that they've played this year, obviously. So they got to try and develop some sort of chemistry, get on the same page with their setters, Dawson and Yarosh, as the Purple Raiders are using 2 setters tonight. And they got to find someone to get that chemistry going so they can get on the same page and get in a flow offensively. Because if they don't, it's going to be a really long night for Coach Mihalik's troops. And now out of the timeout, Barbado back to serve for the Tornadoes. 18-8 the lead for Geneva. An absolute laser dug up by Grenier. Set outside Cam, a little roll shot. And a shot sent wide there by Barbado out of the back row. An absolute laser, but just mishits it there and sends it wide.
Looks like we're going to have junior Mark Bruns, number 5, back at the line, serving for the Purple Raiders.
And Bruns sends that one long there. Another service there for the Raiders.
Looks like we're 19-9 with Geneva just pulling ahead.
Float serve there by Milroy. Set outside. A little roll shot by Turnett. Set outside there. A big swing there. And Jake Williams is going to get the kill off the block and make that a 20-9 lead.
Looks like we have Carter Milroy back for the Tornadoes at the line. Dug by Sybil.
Turnett, a little roll shot. And it went off the block there. And they are going to call it for the Purple Raiders there. That was close, though. That was real close to hitting the antenna.
Looks like Turnett's going back to the line.
And he's been easily their best server this year.
For sure.
Easily leads the league in service aces per set. And they're going to need a little bit of magic here.
Look at that beam.
And I don't think the libero there
He expected
for the
that.
Tornadoes was ready.
Off guard.
I thought it was going long, and it just sort of dropped right in his arm and bounced off. Hey, we'll take it if you're the Purple Raiders. 11-20. Geneva leads, and Turnett, too much sauce on that one, sends it way out the back.
Looks like Jake Williams serving for the Tornadoes.
A laser dancing on the tape, gets over, Grenier digs it up, set outside, Sybil swings with a big kill for the Purple Raiders, 21-12. Geneva leading now as we get into the later stages of the first set.
That's the Sybil we're used to seeing. Looks like they're starting to finally figure out some chemistry.
Andrew Cross back to serve for the Raiders. A big serve there.
Beautiful.
And the dig goes clear over the net, out of bounds for a service ace.
Looks like the Raiders heard us. They knew they needed those service points.
And a little bit not too late. Still 21-13. They could go on a nice run here and start to pull this even.
Andrew Cross with the serve.
Cross just a little low there, hits the tape and goes straight down. 22-13. Geneva leading.
Number 6, Dan Townsend, serving for the Tornadoes.
Townsend, a light float serve, set middle, big swing by Matonis, and he's going to get a kill there. That was number 15, Caleb Vanderplatz. Tries to get an arm on it and can't get a good pass. Roche back to serve for the Raiders here. 22-14, Geneva leading. A strong serve into the back row there. Set opposite, big swing off the block. Turnett keeps it alive, but he sends it over the net and out of bounds. That'll make it a 23-14 ball game.
Looks like Dawson's going in for Yarosh. And back at the line, we have Byron Spear for the Tornadoes.
Dug up by Sybil. Set over, and looks like they're going to call it double. Yep, and it will be a double going against Dawson there. That's a tough call for a setter.
Spear again at the line.
Dug up by Grenier. Set to Bruns. Bruns gets it off the block. Ball's still alive. Geneva. A set out of the back row.
Off
Dug up by
Dawson.
Dawson. Sybil sets out to Bruns. Bruns hits off the basketball hoop. And another set. And it appears they're going to call a double now against Geneva, and that's going to keep them from clinching the set 4 now, 24-15. Mount Union trails.
Sending back to the service line, a strong server for the Purple Raiders, Justin Sybil, the only senior for those Purple Raiders. Strong serve.
Strong serve into the back row, set middle, and blocked back by Cam Turnett and Sam Matonis.
They're creeping back.
Yeah, slowly but surely. Mount Union now trailing by 8 points.
Justin Sybil back at the line. Serve Purple Raiders.
Strong one into the back row. An attack out of the back row. It's going to be long there by Spear, and the Purple Raiders are going to draw within 7.
Now I got to say, there's no spectators in here, but you can feel the intensity as the Purple Raiders are creeping back.
Yeah, you can feel the excitement from the sideline there. Which, I guess that's where you got to get your excitement from and your energy. Sybil, another strong serve. Set opposite. Barbados swung and blocked back.
By Matonis and Blends, beautiful.
The Purple Raiders starting to find their stride here late in the set. 18-24, they trail.
Sybil back at the line, serving for the Purple Raiders.
Strong serve kept alive by the Tornadoes. Set opposite. Barbados a tip. Dug up by Dawson. Turnett a big swing, and he's going to send that one long. Didn't get a touch off the block. And so that's going to be the first set. Tornadoes take it, 25-18. And we'll be back here in just a sec here from the MAC. All right, and we're back here for the second set here from the MAC. Tornadoes up 1-0 on sets here following a pretty dominating first set there. Very convincing win there. But for the Purple Raiders, there's a lot they can clean up there. They had 7 total service errors there, so they gave up a lot of free points there, and they had 6 more than the Tornadoes do. Tornadoes just had 1. And there's the difference in the set there. So they clean that up. It's a whole different ball game easily.
For sure. We saw the Purple Raiders kind of get their chemistry back by the end of that set, so let's see how they pull through in this second set.
Yeah, for sure. It felt like they started to really get into the zone towards the end of that set.
Serving first for the Tornadoes, we have Thomas. Excuse me. Waiting on the line, Judge. Looks like we're good to go.
All right, and we're back underway here. Thomas's serve coming now. A float serve into the back row, dug up by Turnett. Set outside. Turnett has to come in and save it, though. It was a short. Barbato tries to get a hit.
Couldn't get it over Sybil and Thomas, yeah.
It looked like he was going to try and hit a little roll shot or a little tip, and he just couldn't get over the tape. Raiders will open up 1-0 here in the second.
Back at the service line, we have senior Justin Sybil for the Purple Raiders.
A strong serve there. Thomas sets out to Williams. Williams
Beautiful
blocked back by Matonis, and the Raiders go up 2-0.
You can feel the intensity. They're excited. They're leading in the second set. Justin Sybil back at the line.
Sybil, another strong serve there into the back row. Set outside. Williams blocked back by Matonis. And
looks like there's a little bit of a debate there from the Tornadoes. Weren't sure.
It looked like it went off the block there, but maybe you're saying it didn't even hit them. It went off the tape and bounced back. Either way, 3-0 Purple Raiders lead here early in the set.
Sybil back at the line, keeping a streak.
Strong serve in the back row. Thomas sets middle. A weaker hit there.
Saved by the libero, Stephen Grenier.
Runs off the block there by Williams for a Purple Raider kill. Make it 4-0. The Raiders are starting to roll here at the MAC.
Let's see if Justin Sybil can do it again.
Another strong serve. This one, Doug barely kept in play by Thomas. Set out now. Turnett off the block, kept alive by Dawson. Grenier gets it up. A little miscommunication there. No one wanted to take it. And the Purple Raiders are going to give up their first point of the night. Or of the set, I should say. Barbato back to serve for Geneva. A strong serve, an absolute laser, but hits the tape and goes bar down. Or, not quite sure what the call was there. The serve didn't get over, but they awarded the point to Geneva. Barbato still serving. Another laser there, dug up by Grenier. Set out to Bruns. Bruns a swing. And they're going to call it down on the line there.
Very nice.
Just barely got it down.
Looks like the Raiders are leading 5-2. They're bringing it back this second set for sure. Sending back to the line, junior Jimmy Entz.
And Entz, the man who hasn't gotten a lot of service time here with the Purple Raiders of late.
Let's see what he can do.
Let's see if he steps up. Yeah, he has that float. He likes the floater serve.
It's always perfectly placed as well.
And that hit there dances off a pair of Purple Raiders. They're pretty much in a perfect line.
Yeah.
That's going to make it a 5-3 ball game here. Raiders still leading.
Looks like serving for the Tornadoes, Carter Milroy.
A float serve. Dawson sets out. Turnett, a massive swing there, and it goes off of Thomas and out of bounds. Purple Raider kill.
The Tornadoes don't know what to do whenever Cam hits the ball with them. It's a beamer.
I mean, he's a massive hitter. Him and Sybil
both, yes,
are able to put so much velocity on the ball that if they hit around the blocks, I wouldn't want to be the back row player trying to dig that up, because that's hard.
Serve from Mark Bruns. Roche sends it over.
Williams a hit, dug up by Bruns. It went over and sent right back. Goes off the cross beam.
Interesting rally here.
A tip, and they're going to say Grenier was just short of it as he tried to go for the pancake there to keep it alive. Raiders lead 6-4.
It's like serving next, Jake Williams for the Tornadoes. Off Grenier. Beautiful, beautiful kill by Andrew Cross.
On a tight pass, an even tighter set, Cross manages to just get up there quick, hit the ball before the defense can get there to block it. That was a great job there.
Cam Turnip back at the line for the Purple Raiders. See if he can keep his strong service game.
Oh, on the back line.
Ace, yes.
Pinpoint accuracy.
That was beautiful.
Purple Raider lead pushes back up to 4 with Trinette looking to add another service ace. Another strong serve. This one's going to go long. May have gone with a little bit of an announcer's jinx there, but still leading 8-5.
It's like next up serving Townsend.
And the pass tight there, tipped over by Geneva, and no one on the Purple Raiders could get a handle on it. That'll shrink the lead back down to 2, 8-6 here early in the second.
Townsend serving.
Townsend's float dug up by Trinette. Still with a big swing, cross court,
Just
and
wide.
just outside. Geneva looking for the tie here. Another float, dug by Grenier. Set back, cross, tries to tip it over. And it's going to be going Geneva's way. They're going to call a lift going against the Purple Raiders, and we're all tied up here in the second, 8-all.
Townsend back at the serving line.
Grenier gets the dig, cross to Sybil, and Sybil's going to hit the line.
Perfect placement there from Sybil.
And he had to reach way far back there on the set, but just manages to wallop the ball there.
Looks like we have sophomore Andrew Cross at the service line for the Purple Raiders.
Cross a strong serve into the back row. Thomas sets opposite. Purple Raiders keep it alive. Sybil, a slighter swing there just to get it over. Geneva tries to pass it over there, and Barbado can't get a good handle on it. Purple Raiders are going to go up 10-8. And you can tell the Purple Raiders are really starting to get in their flow and continuing what they started building late last set.
For sure.
Because they've been absolutely operating here with precision.
Andrew Cross at the service line.
And he's going to send that just a little bit long. Purple Raiders still up 10-9.
Serving for the Tornadoes, Byron Spear.
Spear,
Serve.
a float serve. Matonis keeps it alive after a miscommunication. Grenier, a great save there. Sybil keeps it alive. Trinette sets it over. Thomas sets opposite. A tip there, dug up by Bruns. Matonis a swing, dug up by Geneva. Barbado a strong swing, dug up by Trinette. Set across to Sybil, who turns with a hit of his own. Still alive.
Beautiful rally.
Hit out of the back row. Matonis had a tip on there. And dancing around on the basketball hoop, Hirosh tries to pass set over to Bruns. Geneva sets middle, big swing, kept alive, but they're going to say it didn't even touch the block, so that's going to be a Purple Raider point as it stays on Geneva's side.
That right there was the perfect definition of Mount Union's beautiful chemistry. It was beautiful. Next up at the service line, Jacob Hirosh.
Hirosh going to be a little short there, hit the tape and come down. Purple Raiders still on top, 11-10 here in the second. Heading back to serve Curtis Thomas for the Tornadoes.
Float serve, dug by Grenier.
And a big swing there by Sybil, kept alive by the Tornadoes. Free hit over. Set. And Turnett tries to get a big swing out of the back row and just mishits that. Looked like he just hit the side of the ball. And that caused it to go out of bounds.
Everything was
wide.
all tied up for these two teams.
And this is starting to become the battle that I expected to coming into this night.
Beautiful. Here we have Curtis Thomas back at the service line.
Bruns swings off the block. Brink comes back. Turnett with the dig. Sybil hits opposite, gets it over. And it appears a lift is getting called on Geneva. That'll put the Raiders back up 12-11.
We have senior Justin Sybil back at the service line for the Purple Raiders.
Strong serve. And a miscommunication from Geneva after the dig there by Townsend. And that's going to force the Tornadoes to burn a timeout, trailing 13-11 here in the second. And the Purple Raiders catching fire here and looking like they might be going to roar back in this game. I have to say, this set, it seems to be the two-setter system that they've been trying to run has been working a lot better. And I think that a lot of that is, Dawson and Roche not playing a ton. Now they're starting to get comfortable, get those jitters out of the way, and really just develop that chemistry on court. I think that's a big reason why the Raiders are playing really even and currently lead Geneva right now.
Looks like Mihalik's content with the timeout that was called. He's given his boys a little bit of a pep talk, talking to them about some of the errors that they made, and Captain Stephen Grenier's talking to the team, giving them a pep talk. It looks like they're about to break.
In the game of volleyball, anytime you force a team to call a timeout, that's a big momentum boost for you. Because you only get 2 a set. And really, unless something's seriously going wrong, you're not going to burn a timeout. So that's a big confidence boost if you can force a team to burn one of them. So we're back to serve for the Raiders here. Strong serve into the back row. Set, middle, big swing, and blocked back by Matonis and Turnett. Raiders lead 14-11, and you can feel the energy up here in the viewing room.
Justin Sybil back at the service line.
Sybil, another bullet into the back row. Back row attack by Geneva, dug up by Grenier. Set over Turnett. Just barely gets a handle on it. Thomas keeps it alive, but he sends it out of bounds on his dig. Raiders are going to lead by 4.
We're starting to see some of the Purple Raider intensity we saw the last time they played Geneva.
For sure. Absolutely.
Sybil with the serve.
Another laser into the back row. Thomas sends it outside. And Williams can't get it over. Purple Raiders are going to move up 16-11. Can't get around the block.
Those two have gotten considerable amount of blocks.
Yeah, that's been one of the big bright spots early on today is up front at the net. The Purple Raiders have been doing a great job blocking, exactly.
Justin Sybil back at the line.
Another bullet, but this one's going to be about 2 feet out of bounds past the end line. The Raiders still on top, 16-12. And now Barboda will head back to serve for the Tornadoes. Dug up by Grenier. Set out to Bruns, and Bruns gets through the block and down for a kill. Great job there by Mark Bruns, hitting right between the two blockers, and just gets lucky to get that deflection onto the Geneva side.
Looks like they're sending Entz back to the service line for the Purple Raiders.
Entz barely keeps that one in, and the dig's going to go out of bounds, and the Purple Raiders go up 18-12. The energy is exploding off the bench.
I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the Purple Raiders are going crazy over there. Entz back at the line. See if he can do it again.
Another well-placed float. Set outside to Williams. Williams swings and blocked back by Turnett and cross. And the Purple Raiders lead 19-12.
They're getting the pull ahead that the Tornadoes had.
And timeout, Geneva.
Timeout. Wow.
Geneva's going to burn their last timeout here, trailing 7 here, 19-12 in the second. And the Purple Raiders seem to be in full control, certainly in the momentum category.
Oh, you're watching at home. A little bit about the two different schools. Geneva was actually established in 1848. Their colors are old gold and whites. And if you didn't notice, the Tornadoes, the Turbo the Tornado is their mascot. Whereas Mount Union, their colors are purple and white. Mascot is, of course, the MU-Caw, the macaw, reaching out there for the Purple Raiders. The student body at Geneva is actually significantly smaller than here at the University of Mount Union. About 1,500 students at Geneva, whereas at Mount Union there's about 2,200. Looks like Mount Union's already calling out of the break for that timeout.
Yeah, the Purple Raiders want to get this set over with. They're ready to roll. Because they know they got the momentum.
Yeah.
They know they got the chemistry rolling now with their two new setters that they've broken in. And they want to get this done. I mean, this is a very good Geneva team. So if they can keep this rolling, that could be another quality win on the schedule for the Purple Raiders.
And still at the line for the Purple Raiders.
And it's another floater just inside there on the side. A tip over.
Saved by Dawson.
And Cam Turnett's just going to have to set that one over to keep it alive. Set outside, a big swing, and it's going to land just inside there for Townsend. He just placed it right in that back corner. That'll make it 19-13. Purple Raiders still lead. And Wes Hogue back to serve now for Geneva. Strong serve dug up by Grenier. Set up to Bruns. Bruns is blocked back, and Grenier's not going to be able to get a pass up. 19-14, Purple Raider lead is shrunk to 5.
Hogue back at the line.
Grenier keeps that one up.
Beautiful dig.
And again, Turnett's just going to have to set this one over to keep it alive. Set middle, big swing. Grenier gets a hand on it, but can't get a pass. Purple Raiders lead is shrunk to 4. Strong serve dug up by Grenier. Set, middle, Sybil out of the back row with a kill.
The beam that just came from Justin Sybil's arm.
Justin Sybil with an absolute laser beam out of the back row. Raiders lead by 5 once again here at the MAC.
Junior Mark Burns back at the service line for the Purple Raiders.
Runs a nice set serve into the back row. Williams has to come in and adjust to that, gets it over. Set out, Turnett gets through the block, and he's going to get the kill there.
Beautiful.
Byron Spear was up there in the right spot.
He even looked around. He was like, did we send it back over? He had no idea.
Yeah, but Cam Turnett just does a great job adjusting and aiming where he's hitting the ball and goes right off the block.
Serve from Bruns.
Out of the back row there, roll shot for Barbato. Set, Sybil out of the back row. He's going to send that one wide left and out of bounds for a Geneva point. Raiders still lead 21-16 here as we get into the later stages of the set.
So like Jake Williams from Tornadoes is going to be serving next.
Williams, a nice solid serve into that. Roche tries to tip it over, but it's sent right back. The roll shot out of bounds. And Byron Spear tried to get a nice roll shot, almost hit the line.
Mark Bruns almost went for it, and he knew. He heard it.
That was a close shot there.
Very close.
Purple Raiders lead 22-16.
Cam Turnett, sophomore, back at the line for the Purple Raiders.
Turnett paints the corner there on the serve. Tip over, dug up by the Purple. Oh, man. And the Purple Raiders, Bruns gets a touch on it. Grenier gets a touch on it. But neither of them can get a good serve, so a pass off of it. And Geneva's going to pick up the point.
Dan Townsend serving for the Tornadoes.
Grenier digs it up, sets back for a cross, but it's off. Blocked back, kept alive. Sybil somehow manages to cut it over on a pass. Grenier with a dig, set over. Sybil swings. And they're going to call a touch there, and Purple Raiders are going to pick up a kill and go up
22-17.
22-17. 23, pardon me.
Pulling tighter in here as Andrew Cross for the Purple Raiders is at the service line.
And Coach Conser was having a couple words there with Townsend, who's now over talking to the official. Not quite sure what the discussion's going on down there about.
Seems the call stands. Going back to talk to his coach.
I think he must be disputing
Yeah.
whether there was a touch on the hit. Yeah, the Purple Raiders said they're ready to play. And it looks like the call, it appears it's going to stand. And it will, 23-11, or 17.
Those close calls that they dispute, they get into your head.
Cross gets it into the back row. Set middle, off the block, kept alive by the Raiders. Set middle, Matonis wasn't quite ready for it, but he tips it over. And a big swing there by Barbado. He paints the line there just inside for the kill.
23-18 as Byron Spear is sent back to the service line for the Tornadoes.
Spear afloat, dug up by Turnett. And Bruns forced to take it from in the back row. Set opposite Barbado, a big swing, blocked back by Matonis, but out of bounds for a point for the Geneva Tornadoes.
It's going to send Spear back to the line for the Tornadoes.
Sybil with the dig, set out, back to Sybil with a big swing off the block. Purple Raiders keep it alive. Sybil tips it over into the back row. Barbado takes a tip. Barbado's just going to take it and put it right on the 10-foot line in dead center court. And that's going to make it a 3-point game. And that's going to force the Purple Raiders and Coach Mihalik to burn a timeout here, leading just 23-20 as they try and finish this set off. Man, Geneva is battling back. They are absolutely battling back. You're doing a good job of staying poised because, you're down 23-17. It would be easy to just kind of fold, give up the last 2 points. How you doing? Keep it moving. Let's go to the third set and try and regroup. But no, they're fighting. They're absolutely fighting down the stretch here to try and keep this alive and try and go up 2-0 on sets, because if they can do that, that would be huge.
The tables are kind of turned here from last set where we saw the Purple Raiders kind of pick up that momentum in the end, and now Geneva's having to do the same thing. So we'll see if the Purple Raiders can secure the set like Geneva did last time, or if Geneva is able to bring it back.
Yeah, exactly. Those sets kind of mirror opposites, with one team kind of dominating for most of it before the other gets it together and gets rolling.
It's like Geneva's making its way back to the court. And Byron Spear is still going to be at the service line.
Spear, jump float, dug up by Grenier. Sybil has to adjust, floats it over. Geneva somehow keeps it alive. Big swing kept alive by Grenier. Sybil's going to have no choice but to pass it over. Set opposite, Barbado, dug by Grenier. Turnett sets it over. Barbado, a swing, out of bounds, hits it wide. Purple Raiders are in set point position here, up 24-20.
Sending Yarosh back to the service line for the Purple Raiders.
And Thomas coming on for Emerson Spear for the Tornadoes. Roche just gets it over the tape there.
Strong
Set
serve.
opposite. And they're going to call it for the Purple Raiders.
And that's set.
They're going to call a double there on Thomas. And the Purple Raiders take the second set 25-20 and tie things up 1-1 in terms of sets. And now we'll take a quick break here during the intermission. Then we'll be back here for the third set of tonight's match.
Pink.
All right, and we're back here for the third set of tonight's match. Purple Raiders turned it on the second set and led for almost the entirety of the way, en route to a 25-20 point win. And now Sybil back to start things off, serving for the Raiders in the set. Sybil short on that serve right into the center of the net. Geneva will take an early 1-0 lead here.
Curtis Thomas back at the line.
Float into the center, dug up by Grenier. Set out. Turnett with a tip there, kept alive by the Tornadoes. Set out now to Bruns, who splits the block for a kill. And the Raiders answer right back. Andrew Cross now coming on for the Purple Raiders, and Jimmy Entz as well to
Gonna put
serve.
the serve line, yep.
again, sends it right into the middle of the back row. Thomas sets it back to Barbado, and Barbado's blocked back by Turnet and Cross. Purple Raiders take a 2-1 lead.
The intensity here, I'm telling you, it's not lacking despite the fact that there are no spectators. The Purple Raiders' intensity is insane.
Yeah, it's a shame that there can't be spectators, or else there might very well be a nice big crowd behind the Purple Raiders bench this year.
For sure.
Set out, swing by Williams, and he's going to put it about a foot inside the back end line to tie things up 2-all.
Looks like libero Stephen Grenier's coming in. And at the service line, Barbado.
A laser beam almost hits the ref as he sends it wide of the pin. Raiders go up 3-2 with runs heading back to the service stripe. Runs with a jump float into the back row. Thomas sets it middle, off the block. Cross tips it over. Set back. Big swing there, just inside the end line there by Dan Townsend.
Sybil and Bruns both. They both just couldn't get a hand on it.
Mm-hmm. Tied up 3-all here early in the set. Sybil digs the float. Set middle, Cross with a swing, and Cross is going to pick up the kill as the Geneva Tornadoes just can't seem to get a handle on it. And a lot of back and forth early on in this set. Teams just trading points.
4-3, Purple Raiders lead with Turnet back at the line.
Turnet a bullet.
The other line.
But unfortunately hits the baseline from basketball well out of bounds. But then if that came down in bounds, I got to think that's a service ace with how hard he hit that ball.
Jake Williams with the serve.
Sybil. Grenier, pardon me. And Cross is going to get the kill off a low set there by Yarosh.
Bothered to try to get that. That just came straight down, and Geneva just let it be. Looks like Cross is actually going to go to the service line for the Purple Raiders.
Cross with a bullet into the back row. Thomas sets opposite. Somehow the hit stayed inside the pin, blocked back by the Purple Raiders. Set up, Matonis with a swing and a kill into the back row. And I gotta say, I'm not sure that initial hit made it inside the pin.
I don't think it
From up
did
here,
either,
it looked like it went outside and came back in.
Won the point regardless. Andrew Cross back at the line.
Purple Raiders up 6-4 here in the third. Cross, a nice serve into the back. Tip over, picked up by Sybil. And Cross was diving for it.
Dog pile there on the Purple Raiders side trying to hit that ball.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he couldn't change where he was going, and the initial pickup by Sybil comes down on him.
Dan Townsend serving for the Tornadoes.
Set middle, then blocked back there. Matonis blocked back by Geneva. And we're tied up once again here at the max, 6-all.
Townsend back at the line. Float serve.
Grenier has to scramble to get it. Sets it tight. A little shot by Matonis. Set, middle. Blocked back by Sam Matonis on a solo block. One-on-one with the hitter. Doesn't matter. He's sending it back. 7-6 Raiders. That's a huge block there for the junior out of Walsh Jesuit High School. Roche back to serve for the Raiders. Sends a nice laser over the tape. Barbado with a big swing.
Justin Sybil got his arms on it, but just couldn't control the direction. There was so much heat behind that ball.
And sends it over into the second row of the bleachers.
Byron Spear back to the service line.
A low float serve.
Dawson's head.
Miscommunication between Dawson and Sybil. I don't think they thought it was going to come down in bounds, and it looked like maybe it was a little bit of a miscommunication between them on where it was going to come down.
7-8.
Another short float. Sybil gets this one. Bruns with a big swing and a big kill just beyond the 10-foot line on the opposite end of the court.
It's bringing it 8-all for the Purple Raiders, having Justin Sybil back at the service line.
Sybil just out of bounds there. Almost caught the sideline there. But that's going to make it 9-8. Geneva leading here.
Curtis Thomas serving for the Tornadoes.
Sybil with the pickup. Set middle is Matonis with a swing and the kill into the dead center of the back row. Thomas couldn't quite get there in time to get a hand on it to keep it alive. And Andrew Cross coming on for the Purple Raiders with Entz heading back to the service stripe.
I don't think Geneva saw that coming from Matonis. He just swooped it down. There was so much heat behind it.
I mean, it wasn't even a super strong. It looked like he just kind of grabbed it
and pushed it over, yeah.
Cross with the return hit off the dig. Purple Raiders go up 10-9.
Entz back at the service line.
Like I say, Entz has got a great float serve. Like, he's really great at placing it.
For sure.
Float serve into the middle of the back row. Set out. Williams hits the antenna. Purple Raiders are going to pick up the point on the hitting error.
11-9. Purple Raiders lead. Entz back at the service line.
Entz gets it over, gets the dig, and Sybil passes it over. Set out Barbado, big swing, blocked back, and out of bounds off the Turnett. Make it 11-10 here in the third.
Looks like Barbados back at the service line for the Tornadoes.
Big service there.
Nice dig by Grenier.
Yeah, and a great dig. Turnett tips it over. Tip picked up by Dawson.
Saved by Grenier.
And a roll shot by Turnett. Oh, man.
Justin Sybil just barely couldn't get there.
Quite couldn't get a handle on it. Looked like he just got his fingers on it.
Yep.
Like the tips of his fingers on it. Geneva's going to tie it all up 11s.
Sending Barbado back to the line.
Grenier with another great dig. Set outside. Turnett off the block, gets it over. Tornadoes keep it alive. And looks like a double is going to be called going against Curtis Thomas and the Tornadoes. 12-11 Raiders lead.
Mark Bruns back at the line for the Purple Raiders.
And Bruns going to send that one a couple feet out beyond the end line as we once again fall into yet another tie here at the MAC 12s all. As it feels like no team can go on a run longer than 2 points tonight. Or in this set, I should say. So we're with the dig. Bruns has to adjust, just gets a little roll over. Big swing, out of bounds, just beyond the end line.
Mark Bruns held his hands up. He wanted him to know he did not touch that ball.
And he certainly sold it, as the Raiders now lead 13-12. That was a good job getting out of the way there. That was a hot ball.
Turnett with the serve.
Turnett switched things up there with a float serve. And Cross tips the...
Looks like there was a little bit of interaction underneath the net. Someone from Geneva coming down under and hitting Andrew Cross.
Yep. And that's a violation. It's going to cost him a point. Purple Raiders go up 14-12.
Turnett with the float.
Set out. Williams somehow gets a handle on and gets it over.
Couldn't able to save it.
And Cross somehow had gotten it over. Gets the dig initially. Sybil with a big swing.
Oh, just wide.
Looked like he almost got a touch there, but just a little bit off the blockers and out of bounds. Make it a 14-13 ball game.
Sending Jake Williams back to the line for the Tornadoes.
Williams a bullet dug up by Grenier. Set outside. Sybil a big swing and is blocked back by Geneva. Emerson Spear
I gotta say,
right there at the point of attack.
A very nice block from Geneva.
All tied up here, 14s apiece. As Williams sends another laser beam into the back row. Sybil tries a redo, gets it over. Big swing, blocked back by Andrew Cross. Purple Raiders regain the lead, 15-14 here in the third. And appears an injury there. Emerson Spear hobbling off. Looks like he came down wrong on his foot and may have tweaked his ankle there. So hopefully he's all right.
That's going to cost Geneva for their net game for sure. He was very good at the net.
I mean, on that last block he had, right one-on-one with the blocker at the point of attack, just sent it right back. That was a great job. So that could be a huge blow for Geneva.
At the service line, Andrew Cross for the Purple Raiders.
A laser beam into the back row. Williams out of the back row somehow gets it over. Sybil keeps it alive. Sybil gets the set, and Sybil just dumps it over for a kill. Just dunked on a pair of blockers for Geneva.
Jumped for it, and he just sent it down right in between them.
That man put him on a poster.
That makes it 16-14. Raiders lead with Cross back at the line.
A laser beam just clears the tape from Cross. Big swing, blocked back by Matonis.
Oh, just barely
and out of bounds for a Geneva point. That'll make it a 16-15 ball game.
Looks like Cross and Grenier switched. Grenier's going to be in. And it looks like Geneva sending Dan Townsend to the line.
Townsend with a float into the shallow back row. Matonis with a big swing, cross court, gets a kill, push the lead to 2.
This shows why he's leading the conference.
In hitting percentage,
Yeah, for sure.
He's effective. He doesn't always hit it the hardest, but he knows where to place the ball.
He knows it perfectly.
And he does that.
Get through the blocks.
We're seeing it on display once again tonight.
Yarosh at the line for the Purple Raiders.
A great serve there. A lot of heat on it. Set out. Sybil with a swing off the block. Tornadoes keep it alive. Set out. Barbado with a tip. Set out now to Sybil, who just gets it over. Williams with a hit, and Williams splits the block and goes out of bounds, but they're going to call a tip there on the blockers. Make it 17-16. Purple Raiders still holding on to a narrow lead. And I don't know about that.
I was going to say, it looked like pretty clean through.
It looked like he
split it.
Well, he split it pretty cleanly, but we're up here and they're down there.
Spear with the serve.
And Sybil comes up with the
fire
middle.
behind it, man. So wide.
Hits it wide there, just probably a foot or so out.
Tying it up.
Once again, 17's all.
Sending Spear back to the line.
And his float won't get over, falls short, and comes down off the net.
Giving the Raiders a lead, and then sending Purple Raider Justin Sybil back at the service line.
A laser from Sybil there, dug up by Geneva. Barbado with a big swing, gets through the blockers and off Matonis and Bruns for a kill. 18's all here at the MAC.
This is the kind of game we were expecting. That
real back and forth. I mean, I don't think either team's gone on longer than a 2 or 3 point run in this set.
In this set for sure, once they both got their chemistry.
Set back to Bruns, who swings off the block. He's going to pick up the kill. Raiders move up 19-18.
Looks like we're sending Jimmy Entz back to the line for the Purple Raiders.
A nice float into the back row, set middle, and a big swing there by Carter Milroy.
And stride, but that was just a beam into the back row.
Yeah, he just rose and just split through the defense into the back row.
Serve from Barbado for the Tornadoes.
Barbado with a laser beam into the lower third of the net. Purple Raiders pick up a nice gift there, go up 20-19 with the Bruns heading back to the service stripe. Bruns gets it back, dug up by Barbado, set out to Williams, and Sybil and Bruns both look like they were starting to go for it, and Geneva's going to pick up the point. 20's all here as we get into the later stages of the set.
side serve from Milroy, sending it far past service line on the other side.
Yeah, Milroy's been pretty solid today, but sends that jump float a couple feet wide of the end line, with Trinette now back with his team up 21-20. Another float by Trinette. Big swing blocked, kept alive.
Sent over by Grenier.
Sybil with a swing, just gets it over. Geneva gets the dig. A tip. And Brunn's just a little bit short there trying to pick up the tip. And Geneva's going to tie it up 21 apiece.
They keep placing that ball perfectly between those net players and those the back row.
Yeah. They're doing a good job when they're tipping.
They're reading Mount Union very well.
And the serve there by Williams hits the tape and comes down. Purple Raiders now up 22-21.
Andrew Cross back at the service line.
Cross with a laser beam there, dug up by Geneva. Set out, big swing off the block by Yarosh. And that's going to be a kill and tie it up 22 apiece.
Bringing us back to Townsend, serving for the Tornadoes.
Grenier picks up the serve, and Yarosh just sets it over. Barbado with a big swing. Kept alive by the Purple Raiders somehow, some way. They get it over. Set out, big swing. Dug up there by Trinette. Set out to Sybil, who sends it off the block. Up to the basketball net.
He made a shot.
Mataris with a swing. And off the attempted dig, the Purple Raiders are going to pick up the point. That'll move them up.
That'll give them a point lead.
23-22 after a wild service rally there.
For sure.
Roche back at the line to serve. Roche gets it over. And Geneva can't get a pass.
Strong left side serve. They couldn't even get it back. One more.
Purple Raiders, 24-22. Geneva's going to burn a timeout here with the Raiders in set point position. Man, this has been a set. This has been an absolute battle between two great teams, and
lots of fun to watch for sure. Whether you're here in the press box with us, or if you're on the bench and you're one of the guys feeling that intensity, or even if you're sitting at home watching these two teams duke it out. It's definitely that first set, little rough. Second set, bringing it back, and this third set has been a true representation of these two teams and the competitiveness between them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't watch this team play and say, man, this isn't fun to watch. You can't tell me this isn't fun to watch. This is so fun to watch. Now they've settled in. The brand of volleyball the Purple Raiders play is incredibly fun to watch, fun to call, fun to cover. It's a blessing, to be honest, because it's just so fun. They keep making plays when they're rolling.
The chemistry between this team is insane, considering this is only year 3 that this team has been established. The fact that they're playing as well as they are, that kind of speaks volumes for Coach Mihalik there, and how well he's done in recruiting young men, and how well he has done in training them and getting that compatibility between them, because they are definitely prospering here.
And you got to consider, last year they were 11-3. Could have very well been a 20-win team in just the second year of the program.
COVID cut their season short, and who knows what would have happened. So this is going to be a very interesting season for sure.
Yeah, that just speaks volumes about Coach Mihalik and these players who, after one year of college, settled in, just started rolling.
Yeah.
Yarosh back to serve, 24-22. Purple Raiders just 1 point from putting away a set. Gets it in the back row, Barbado with a tip. Yarosh picks it up. Grenier, Sybil, and a kill!
Beautiful.
Justin Sybil calls game and sends us to the fourth set with the Purple Raiders up 2-1 with a chance to finish off and get their first four-set game win of the year. Big-time players make big-time plays. Justin Sybil just rose up there to make the play for the Purple Raiders.
You could see the I want this to be over in his eyes. He was just like, let's finish this.
I mean, they let Geneva hang in there for a long time and just keep battling with them. So especially after having some long rallies in there mixed in.
I'll be interested to see the stats on the service errors that last game, because I feel like Mount Union is definitely cleaning it up. The more sets we go, the more they kind of get it together in terms of chemistry, in terms of those service errors, in terms of their libero, Stephen Grenier, his digs have been very consistent. So I feel like I'm actually very excited to see the stats from that last set.
For sure, and it feels like, just based off watching and not having looked at the official stats, it feels like Geneva started to let the service game go a little bit, had some more errors. And when you're playing a team tight like this, that's going to cost you a set. And I think it did there. But we should be in for an absolute battle of a fourth set here.
Geneva's not going to let it go that easy, and the Purple Raiders want to fight to keep their winning streak against Geneva for this season.
That's for sure. I mean, it's a quality opponent.
Yeah,
you got the one win last year. You went 0-2 against them. Now, one win, one loss. You know, they had some guys out with injury. The second here, they took them to 5. But this year, I mean, they have a chance to go 2-0 against a quality Geneva squad. That's a big accomplishment for this team. And with that, we'll take a quick break here and be back for the fourth set of tonight's match. And we're back here as Thomas gets his serve over, set out, and Trinette a big swing out of the back row. Dig goes off the backboard, and Sybil with a big return.
Great way to start that first set.
How about it? The senior rose up there on a dig that came over the net and just sent it right back to the other corner.
The service line, he's leading this team for sure.
Sybil a little short there on the serve. Doesn't quite clear the net. One's a piece. Grenier with a great dig there. Goes off the backboard.
Dawson can't quite get there in time.
Yeah, and Dawson.
A little bit of miscommunication. I'm not sure what that was.
Well, yeah, and the pass goes off. That initial dig, the pass goes off the backboard, the side hoop. And Dawson just miscalculated. That's unfortunate as Barbado hits the net on his serve.
Raiders.
And hands a free point, like you said, to the Raiders. That's just one of the things you got to account for when you're setting. You got to account for having side hoops there. You got to
sure.
You got to be prepared for it to hit that.
Jimmy Ince back at the service line.
Ends with a nice float serve into the back row. Set, opposite, big swing, blocked back by Cross. Set, out of the back row, Volleyball with a tip. Sybil gets the ball up and over. Set, middle. Tip, kept alive. Sybil sets it up, Bruns with a swing, blocked back, kept alive by Cross, but his head's over and out of bounds. 2-3, Geneva leads here early on in the fourth. And Milroy heading back to the service strike for the Tornadoes. And Sybil.
Off the side of his arm there.
Yeah, not a great pass there. Too low, not serviceable. And the Tornadoes take a 2-point lead early on in the set. Sybil with the dig this time. Turnett with a big swing off the block for a kill. Purple Raiders draw back within one. Now speaking of service, Geneva had 5 service errors there just in the third set. And you could definitely tell that was the difference maker in that set for them. So we'll see if they clean that up. Big swing out of bounds.
His confidence was behind that, and it went really wide.
By Byron Spear.
Yeah,
Heck of a hit, but just hits the side of the ball there, which causes it to go to the left.
The left, yeah.
And out of bounds wide.
Mark Bruns back at the line for the Purple Raiders.
4's all here in the fourth set. Bruns gets it over. And a miscommunication from Geneva is going to give him a service ace.
Yeah, just watch that ball hit the floor.
That doesn't get much easier than that.
Yeah, free point for the Raiders again. It's just Geneva's got to fix those errors. Those cost them the points. 5-4, Mark Bruns with the serve.
Bruns gets it into the back row. Set over to Williams with a swing and a block back by the contingent of Turnett and Cross. 6-4 Raiders lead here in the fourth.
Turnett is very versatile. He plays nice at the net. He plays nice whenever he can dig, he can pass.
He's a good all-around player.
Yeah, for sure.
Barbado with a big swing out of the back row. Cross says no worries. He sends it right back.
Around.
One-on-one at the net. Just sends it back. 7-4 Raiders lead.
He turned around and said, what, would you expect anything less to the rest of his team? Mark Bruns back at the line with the Raiders having a 3-point lead.
Runs short on the service, sends it into the upper third of the net. And the Raiders give up the point on the service error. 7-5, they still lead here in the fourth. Sybil with the dig, set out. Turnett with a tip, kept alive by Geneva. Tip from Geneva, kept alive by Bruns. Out to Turnett with a big swing with some smoke on it. Just a little bit above the blockers there and out of bounds. For hitting air, that'll make it 7-6. Geneva trailing by just 1 here.
Jake Williams back at the line.
Turnett with the dig. Set out to Turnett, and Turnett with a big swing off the block into the back row for the kill to push the Raider lead to 2 once again.
Blockers are really not Turnett's concern. He goes straight through them. He hits it off the runs. He knows perfectly where to place those balls, and it's fun to watch, really. And we send Turnett back to the service line for the Purple Raiders.
Turnett a float there into the back. A little miscommunication, it seems, and Geneva doesn't manage to get the ball over the net, and the Raiders take a 3-point lead.
Turnett with the float.
Williams with a little off-balance shot there. DeRoche sets out to Sybil who swings, and off of Williams is going to get the kills. Williams couldn't get a good hand on it.
Stretching Raiders lead out by 4. 10-6 here. Purple Raiders lead as Turnett goes back to the service line.
Turnett with a solid serve into the back row. Thomas sets out. And the hit's going to go out of bounds there. Couldn't get it around the block or off of it. And that's going to be a hitting error and a Purple Raider point. And Geneva's going to burn their first timeout.
That's an early timeout called in the set.
Geneva burned the timeout, trailing 11-6. Like you said, that's early to be burning a timeout in volleyball. So you only have 2, and That just shows how much early on here the momentum is on the Purple Raiders side. And they have this Geneva team flustered.
Yeah, for sure. You can see the intensity as we're watching Mihalik talk to his players as he's encouraging them and saying, like, don't even look at the scoreboard, focus on point to point, because that's what the Purple Raiders have been doing, and it's obviously been working well for them in terms of they've got this 5-point lead. They have Turnett, who's got a pretty good serving average at that back. I think probably the best in the conference.
Yeah,
in aces,
terms of service aces per set.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the conference.
So they definitely have the momentum on the Purple Raiders side. So it's just going to be about Geneva pulling in those errors, the balls in the net, hitting off the tape, rolling back to them, hitting them outside of the pin, hitting them wide. It's just they got to pull those in if they want any chance of getting back into this game.
In Geneva, milked every last second out of that time. The Raiders were out there with like 30 seconds to go. It felt like just, hey, let's keep going, keep it moving. Turnett with another float serve. Set out. Spear barely gets a hand on it. Sybil almost gets the pass to go over it, danced along the tape there, and just happened to come back on the Purple Raiders side. That'll make it 11-7. Purple Raiders still leading here in the fourth.
Dan Townsend at the line. I think it's interesting. Turnett, during that last point, didn't know if Cornelius was going to get there and stuck his foot out. Wanted to do anything he could to get that ball.
Sybil with a big swing down the middle, between the block, for a kill. Make it 12-7. Raiders leaded.
With a 5-point lead for the Purple Raiders, they're going to send back Andrew Cross to the service line.
Cross with a strong serve there into the back. And the call. Purple Raiders are going to get it.
I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, I think the Geneva player maybe
Touched the net.
was in the net a little bit, potentially.
Andrew Cross, another chance to serve.
Another strong serve there into the right end of the back row. Barbado with a big swing, dug up by Sybil though. Set out to Sybil with a big swing. Geneva keeps it alive, tip over. And Byron Spear is going to pick up the easy kill there. He's tipped it right in the middle of the Purple Raider defense where they weren't suspecting it was going to go.
I don't think that Turnett even realized that the point was still going. I think he thought that Sybil's wasn't retrieved, and it was, and that left that hole in the court.
Matonis with a swing, doesn't get it over past the block, and comes down the Purple Raiders side. Raiders still leading 13-9 as Spear heads back to serve. Spear's float dug up by Turnett. A rough set there. Sybil's got to hit it from the ground, and they're going to call something against Geneva. It's going to be a double, and the Purple Raiders will pick up the point and push their lead back out to 5.
Sophomore Jacob Rios sending back to the service line for the Purple Raiders as they keep their 5-point lead right now.
Rocha's solid serve there into the middle of the back row. Barbado with a big swing off the block, hits the antenna, and that's going to be a point for the Geneva Tornadoes.
Curtis Thomas, frequent flyer back at the service line. Get to watch him again.
Another float serve from Thomas. Dawson sets out. Turnett a big swing coming up from the back row, but just out of bounds wide right for a hitting error. That'll shrink the Raider lead down to 3, but Thomas still back to serve. Sends it cross court. Set over. Runs with a swing right through the block for a kill. Split the two defenders and hit right down to the back row.
Ironically, a 4-point lead, sending number 4, Justin Sybil, back to the service line.
How about that? Sybil, a nice solid serve into the back row. Set out to Barbado. Barbado with a swing down the line. And Grenier can't quite get a handle on it.
Discontentment in his face.
He knew the second
he touched it that it was just not right.
Yeah, he knew the second he touched it, you could just see from his facial expression. Barbado with a laser beam picked up by Grenier.
Very nice.
Set out, and Matonis with a big swing. And the Geneva Tornadoes aren't going to be able to get a dig there, get a serviceable pass, that is.
As Matonis gets sent
and the
out.
Raiders pick up the point.
And goes back to the service line, and Andrew Cross comes in.
Hence's float lands just past the 10-foot line. And a strong swing there by Geneva to pick up the kill. Float serve picked up by Sybil, set back to Bruns. Bruns with a swing, and Bruns going to put it down just inside the back line. What a kill.
Everybody at the net, everybody in the back row, perfectly placed it behind those men. He knew right what he was doing.
Roche coming back on for Dawson here, with Bruns back to serve. 17-13 Raiders leading here. Leading the set. Tip picked up by Bruns. Set over. Big shot there by Turnett, and they're going to call a tip, and the Raiders pick up the kill.
It's a 5-point lead for the Purple Raiders as we send Mark Bruns, number 5, back to the line.
And Geneva burns another timeout here, showing 18-13.
Timeout of the set, so.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, all the momentum's on the Purple Raiders side now.
It sounded like an air horn from the boys on the bench for the Purple Raiders side as they celebrated because they know how big of a deal it is for them to burn that last timeout.
Yeah, they're getting loud over there. I mean, they are pumping the energy into this room for sure. Which in the game of volleyball, I mean, momentum's so big, and bench energy is so big. But especially without fans, I mentioned this a lot, like, especially without fans, it's so huge to have a bench that's pouring out energy like this, because it gives your players on the court something to feed off of.
Looks like the Purple Raiders have a larger bench than Geneva, as the team just naturally is smaller, and so I feel like that also could work towards the Purple Raiders' advantage, the closeness of the team, the enthusiasm that's on the bench, whereas I feel like Geneva, we haven't really heard a peep out of what's going on over on their side of the court.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Purple Raiders having a little bit more on the number side definitely helps, because every voice allows you to have more energy.
Someone gets injured, you have someone to replace someone else, whereas we watched as is that Slater earlier that went out with an injury, and we see him in now.
Yeah, he's back there with some Emerson Spear. He came out. Looks like he's got some ice on his ankle now.
Yeah,
so he definitely came down raw.
Costing them some points seriously, and the last and this set for sure.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because you can definitely tell they're missing his presence. Bruns gets a float over, set all the way over, and that's definitely going to be a double. We'll see the confirmation. Yep, it's going to be a double touch called on Thomas. Purple Raiders now lead by 6, their biggest lead of the night, 19-13 here in the 4th set. Runs a strong float into the back row. Grenier with the dig. Set over by Yaroche, and Yaroche is going to get the kill. Sends it into the back corner. And that's going to make it a 20-13 Purple Raider lead.
There had to be a semblance of defeat on Geneva's side after that point, with that not even being a strong hit, just a set over the net into that back corner. They weren't even able to touch it. Bruns with the serve.
Thomas gets it up. Williams with a roll shot, picked up by Bruns. Set over. Turnett with a big strong swing into the back row. That's going to be a kill for the big man. 21-13, Raiders leading as they start to knock on the door of the win. Runs way short there on the serve. Sends it below the net. Almost takes off his teammate's head in the process.
He held his hand up like he knew. The second it left his hand, he knew.
Yeah, it was one of those,
it, yeah.
He knew that was a mishit.
Jacob Williams back at the line for the Tornadoes.
Williams serve barely gets over there. Still with a big, strong swing out of the... And he's going to be long there. No tip there. And
that was very close.
Purple Raiders will give up a point on the hitting error. 21-15 is their lead.
Williams back at the line. Strong serve.
Another laser beam. Sets up. Turnett just tips it back and didn't touch the blocker, so that's going to be a fourth hit on the Purple Raiders. And a rough set there, just a little bit too wide there on the pin for Turnett to do much with it. Grenada, a great diving dig. Bruns tries to get it up and over and hits the tape. Raiders' lead has shrunk down to 4 now, 21-17. And Geneva's starting to storm back here behind the service.
Those 4 points could have been the points to win the set.
Very easily. Set over by Urosh, tried to get another kill. Dug up by Turnett, back to Turnett, swung, blocked back. Civil out of the back row, Geneva keeps it alive. Another dig for the Purple Raiders. Turnett with a big swing off the block, that's a kill, and that'll put the Raiders up 22-17. An absolute monster swing from Cam Turnett.
Looks like Turnett's going to actually be back at the service line for the Purple Raiders as they need 3 points to secure this win for the entire match.
And if you're Coach Mihalik, this is what you want. This is probably your most dangerous server easily on the roster. As he gets another float serve over. Williams with a swing, and he's going to send that long. Purple Raiders 23-17.
You see Cam Turnett had his fingers up and he was shaking no, because he knew that was out. Turnett with the serve.
Another float serve for Turnett, picked up by Geneva. Set up, big swing, and that's going to go wide, no touch. And the Purple Raiders are in match point position here, 24-17, and Cam Turnett can end it all here.
Despite the fact that all the players are wearing masks, you can see it in their eyes. They've all got smiles on their faces as they know Turnett's a strong server.
And Turnett's going to pick up the service ace to end the game. How about that? Geneva can't do anything off the dig there, and the Purple Raiders walk away with a 25-17 win here in the set and win 3-1 overall. What a game from the Purple Raiders after a slow first set.
For sure.
They picked it up, got it going. How you doing? Keep it moving. That's another win for the Purple Raiders.
3 sets in a row, that's all you can ask for. You can definitely tell that first set was just the Purple Raiders trying to work out that chemistry because, like I said, their typical setter, Jeremy Layden's out on injury. They were trying to find that chemistry with either Urosh or Dawson, both of them. Very good setters and trying very hard just to make that chemistry work. And once they did, bing, bang, bada, boom, they were 3 sets in the hatch, game over.
Exactly. And next up for the Purple Raiders, they got a 2-game series against Wabash this Saturday in Crawfordsville, Indiana. 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. are the start times for those 2 games. And they'll get a chance to go up above 500 in the conference after dropping 2 matches to Fontbonne earlier in the season. But man, the Purple Raiders are rolling.
Those games will be streamed, so make sure you check in on that. Watch the Purple Raiders and follow them for the rest of the season. And we'll see you next time here from the actual MAC with the Purple Raiders.
Absolutely. Ben Johnson-Bowes and Maggie Craig signing off. Have a great night.